Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny. And here he is. Amir.
This bout.
So much hype surrounding. We waited a long time, and now we've got this fight. That jab won't score. Punch, counter punched. Just missed with that jab. Catch and shoot. Lucky that hook didn't score. Good counter punch. It's Khan versus Crawford Part 2. Of course, Crawford with that TKO win in 2019 in New York City.
Amir Khan is and was one of the fastest fighters I'd ever seen. And then for the first time in his whole career, he got in a ring with somebody that was faster than him, sharper than him, threw clusters much better than him. So then he thought, what is going on here? It's a new world. How does he deal with it? Then now he's got to depend on his skills. But he didn't realize that until the fight. So this is why we're doing this all over again. Amir Khan now has to depend on his skills rather than his speed, because he knows Crawford has the speed to put him out.
That jab misses. He threw a punch and just got countered. They exchanged punches. No rest for the weary. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. What would you tell this guy?
To focus on what you're doing.
And there's the bell for round 2. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Both men step back for just a moment. A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs. Those counter punches have to hurt. He parries that left jab away. Time they throw a shot, they get counters. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. The game. On to the third. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Beautiful counterpunch. These two fighters are made for one another. The perfect counter lands. Back and forth they go. Very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Missed him with that uppercut. And he scores with the counter. That counter shot lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talking about Crawford in that last round. Well, we're entering. Here we go to the fourth round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice exchange here from both men. Beautiful counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Good defense there on the left uppercut. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talking about Crawford in that last round. He is down. There's the bell for round 5. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Perfect counter shot. Misses with the straight left. How about that time counter shot? The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. You've got to relax.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter punch caught him clean. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Good counter punching. Nope, that hook won't score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round.
Switch
At
on.
this-
Switch on.
There's the bell for round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Miss with that jab. There's a counter shot. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last. There's the bell to start round 7. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. Nice counter shot. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Ooh, that punch hurt him. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Oh, and there's no way they're getting up from that. It is a clean knockout. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory, that's not a